Braden's going to start us off in Denver, Colorado this hour. Hey, Braden, what's up?
Hey, guys. Well, long-time listener, and thank you for taking my call.
My pleasure.
So
How can we help?
My question is, it's a very long story, but basically, my mom has no money, and she's 62, and I'm wondering how I can protect myself or prepare to, I guess, just help her in retirement. So that's it, and I'll let you guys maybe ask the questions.
Okay. Financially and legally, you don't have anything to protect yourself from. So there's her, if she has debt, it doesn't leap over to you upon her death. It just goes away with her. So that there's no issue there. But the only issue is then sounds like you're wanting to help her in this situation, and then that's a whole nother barrel of fish hooks, right?
Yeah. Basically, I feel like I'm cornered a little bit in the sense of I either take relatively full responsibility of taking care of her, or she kind of ends up on the street. Is what I feel like I'm facing to a degree.
So what happened to your dad?
He was tired of supporting her. They got in a divorce about 5 years ago, and she's pretty dependent on depression and anxiety pills, and basically went numb. And she's been numb for about 7 years. And I would say she's addicted. I'm not sure if that's a real thing or not.
Yeah, but it can be.
Basically, okay. So basically, she's really dependent on those, and is very, very depressed. And basically, my dad said, I can't support her lifestyle because legally he was supposed to be doing that. And so he fled the country, and I don't know. I think he's in Thailand right now. Basically, it was a hard decision for him to make, but he said, hey, I love you, but I've got to go because the court system's making me give her money, and I can't continue to let her do that to herself. So,
you're talking about alimony?
Yeah, basically, when it all happened, my brother was 16,
child support,
and he's 18 now. Yeah, well, and I don't know exactly what it is, Dave. But
who took care of your brother?
My mom.
Who took care of your brother?
Well, my mom was.
Your dad didn't feel an obligation to take care of his kid?
No. Well,
wow.
Well, my brother is addicted to marijuana, and what my dad was doing was he was giving them thousands of dollars a month, and realized that he was supporting two drug addicts. And my brother was stealing money from my mom to buy his marijuana, and he just said, I can't do it anymore.
Is he out of her house now?
Yes, he left. He dropped out of high school, and he's living with his girlfriend and their family, apparently.
What's your setup, Braden?
Another broken
Are you married? How old are you?
Yeah, 29, married. Followed you guys a lot. Debt-free, baby steps 4, 5, and 6.
Awesome.
Just had our first baby, and we live in Wyoming.
Household income?
About 120.
Dave, I've got an opinion, but you've seen this way more than me.
You dive in, brother. Because I got a feeling I'm going to be right on your coattails.
Braden, here's the thing. It's easy for me to sit up here and say, I wouldn't do anything. Like, you don't have to do this, and she gets to choose whatever. I also know, like, my mom is in her 70s. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I didn't sit down and at least say, here's the best way I can love you, and here's the skin in the game you've got to have to make this thing happen. And so a couple of things at play here. One, you've got to sit down with your wife and decide as a couple, how far are we willing to go? Is that move mom in? Is that send some money somewhere? Like how far and how able are we to go? And borrowing money and making this whole thing mess bigger for your generationally is not an option, right? So how can we, what are we willing to do? And if nothing is on the table, then nothing's on the table. But y'all need to have that conversation together. The second thing is, that whatever narrative you have from your dad, from your mom, it's way more complex and way more of a mess than that. And so I think you need to keep all eyes moving forward, not trying to untangle the past. It's too messy. You don't know all the things. It sounds like one of those, if your dad's willing to walk out on your brother, willing to walk out on his responsibilities, then it may be one of those situations that over the years, her addiction was to cover up a whole bunch of other mess in the house. All that to say is this. You get to say, hey, Mom, here's what I'm going to require of you to participate in some sort of support or help if you choose to do that. And the hardest thing in the world, I can't think of another harder thing than to watch someone you love make choices, not accept care, not accept responsibility, not accept help, and you watch them fade away. It's one of the most difficult challenge. I think it's the most difficult thing we can do is to watch loved ones fade away.
Braden and I had a good friend who drank himself to death. He drank until he died, and he killed him. His liver went bad, and he kept drinking. The doctor said, you got 3 months to live if you quit drinking, and a month later he was gone because he didn't. And I sat with him. I'm like, dude, you might as well just put a gun to your head. It's the exact same thing. Put the bottle to your head. I mean, it's just the same thing. And there's nothing I could do. Nothing and there's no word to say. I mean, he was going to do what he was going to do. I couldn't stop him. And like John said, it just tears the heart out of your chest. Somebody you love, running the car in the ditch, and you're sitting here going, hey, just turn, just keep it in the road, And it's very, very difficult to watch. So the first thing you have to do is you have to protect your wife and your child and your future. That's your primary obligation. Beyond any obligation you could have to your mom. Anything you do for your mom that interferes with your wife, your home, and your child and the future of your family is an improper level of care. No matter what she does, okay? She does not get the right, with the life she has lived, to interfere with your future to the point that it destroys your child's future. You have a baby that you are the father of. That's your primary goal. Having said that, then, if you want to love her well, then you need to require some things of her that are good for her. She needs to be seeing her therapist. She needs to be monitoring her meds. She's
go to rehab.
She needs to go to rehab. She needs to get a job. She needs to be on a budget that you look over her shoulder and make sure she's managing the money that she has well. She can get on Social Security, and it'll go a long way towards keeping her from being hungry. Do not give her cash. Give her groceries. Pay her rent directly, but only if she's doing steps that are going to, that's going to facilitate her having a dignity of agency again, standing on her own 2 feet again. I'm sorry, man.
I hate that for you, man.